The list is out, and Iran has a friendly match coming up. On today's episode, we will take a look at Iran's 32 players called up by Amir Galenoui, and we will preview the friendly with Russia. You know the deal, and you know what time it is. It's time for Team Melli Talk. Amir Galenoui can already feel the pressure. Hi everyone, welcome back to Team Melli Talk. We know what you want, so let's get right to Iran's 32-man roster, starting with the goalkeepers. Ali Reza Behranvand, Payam Niyazmand, Hossein Hosseini, and Hossein Pourhamidi. No Amir Abedzadeh, you've got to be kidding me. But this is one of those moments where I'm actually thrilled with Amir Galenoui because he called up Hossein Pourhamidi of Aluminium Arak, and he has 13 clean sheets this season. I am excited to see some new talent at the goalkeeper position. Next, the center backs, Shoja Khaliazadeh, Hossein Kenani, Armin Sohrabian, Amin Hazbavi, and Aref Agassi. Mortaza Pouraliganji is not on this list because of a minor neck injury, and center back Saman Falah of Paykan was originally called up, but he was actually involved in an automobile accident. But the good news is that he's expected to make a full recovery, and of course all of us at Team Melli Talk wishing nothing but the best for Saman Falah. Now for the wingbacks, Omi Nurafkan, Milad Zakipur, Sadegh Moharrami, and Ramin Rezaian. Now for the midfielders, Saeed Ezatullahi, Ahmad Nurullahi, Ehsan Hajsafi, Ruzbe Cheshmi, Milad Sarlak, Reza Asadi, Mohammad Karimi, and Mehdi Hosseini. Okay, you just saw the midfielders, and I am very happy to see Ruzbe Cheshmi on the list. And I'm sure you know why.
Ruzbe Cheshmi, I love you! Ruzbe!
Now for the wingers / attacking midfielders, Ali Reza Jahanbash, Amir Hossein Hosseinzadeh, Ali Golizadeh, Mehdi Torabi, Vahid Amiri, Mohammad Mohebi, Reza Shekari, and Mohammad Hossein Eslami. Last but not least, the forwards, Sardar Azmoun, Mehdi Taremi, and Shahryar Moganlu. You just saw the list of 32 players called up by Amir Galenoui, and if you were watching the previous edition of Team Melli Talk, I just want to point out that Amir Galenoui called up 2 of the 4 players from Gol Gohar that I suggested as possible call-ups. Time to check out what's been happening on our Instagram page. One of our analysts, Navi Taher, had a question. Here it is. From the uncapped players called up by Galenoui, who do you think has the potential for the starting 11? Thank you, Navid. This is a tough question, but if there is one player that I am for sure picking to eventually be in the starting lineup, it has got to be center back Amin Hazbavi of Fulad. He is a great leader on the pitch, and he definitely showed his skills at the recent U20 Asian Cup by scoring 2 goals for Iran. As for another player, I think Reza Asadi of Traktor has a chance, especially because Iran needs help at the midfield position. Let's not forget that Reza Asadi once had a spell with Sankt Pölten in Austria. He has scored 8 goals this season for Traktor and is one of the top scorers in the Persian Gulf Pro League. But when I look at Reza Asadi, for me, he doesn't come off as a true defensive midfielder, and this is because of his size and his build. If anything, he looks more like a striker or a center forward. But whatever role he may play for Team Melli, I think he would be a very good super sub off the bench. As for one more player who I think has a chance to eventually be in the starting 11, I gotta go with Mohammad Karimi of Sepahan. The only reason why I think Mohammad Karimi has a chance is because Team Melli lacks depth and options at the central midfield position, and Amir Galenoui will likely pick one of his guys to be in the starting lineup at some point. But when I analyze Mohammad Karimi, he comes off as a true central midfielder. He has the right size, vision, and ball distribution skills. Now what about you? Which of the uncapped players called up by Galenoui do you think has a good chance of eventually being in the starting lineup for Team Melli? Leave a comment down below. Always look forward to getting your input. Iran has never been defeated by Russia in 2 previous encounters. The last meeting was a friendly match in Kazan. No surprise, Sardar Azmoun felt right at home in Russia and gave Iran the lead in the second half after an awesome run and pass from Mehdi Taremi. Dmitry Polos eventually scored the equalizer as the match ended in a 1-1 draw. In all honesty, it is hard to break down this Russian squad because they have not been playing a lot of football lately. But there are still players to watch, and here they are. They are Alexander Golovin, Alexei Miranchuk, and Arsen Zakharyan. Starting first with attacking midfielder Alexander Golovin, I attended a Euro 2020 qualifier between Russia and Scotland in Glasgow, and Golovin was wrecking havoc with his speed and ball distribution skills. Bottom line, he is a very dangerous player on the pitch. Next, Alexei Miranchuk. He can play as an attacking midfielder or as a forward. He is having a great season with Torino in Serie A and has scored 4 goals this season. As for Arsen Zakharyan, he is a utility midfielder who can play out wide on the flanks, box to box, or as an attacking midfielder. The bottom line is that Iran's midfielders must be prepared to slow down the Russians. As for the head coach, Valery Karpin, he wears 2 hats, one as head coach of Russia and another as head coach of Rostov, so he's obviously very experienced. As for the keys to victory, number 1, do the opposite of what Amir Galanoui says. Number 2, seriously. Just kidding. Here are the real keys to victory. Number 1, attack early. Number 2, contain Golovin. This will be Iran's first time playing since the 2022 FIFA World Cup in Qatar. I'm eager to see the chemistry between the players on the pitch, and I'd also like to see some of the uncapped players getting a chance to play against Russia. And of course, don't forget the match between Iran and Russia will be played March 23rd at the Azadi Stadium in Tehran. And yes, the match will be played behind closed doors. Now to finish off this edition of Team Melli Talk, I want to talk about some positives and negatives about head coach Amir Galanoui. Now first of all, I think it's obviously a good thing that he has called up footballers from a good amount of teams in the Persian Gulf Pro League. It's nice to see some variety, and I hope we get to see Hossein Pourhamedi get a chance to play against Russia. But calling up players in their late 20s who haven't been capped yet definitely shows that Amir Galanoui is in over his head. As we know, Iran had one of the oldest teams at the 2022 FIFA World Cup, and this is exactly why Amir Galanoui has to call up more young players and give them the chance to develop. And that's it for this edition of Team Melli Talk. As always, really do appreciate the support. Make sure you get to our website, www.teammelitalk.com. Remember, this is your best source for the latest news on Team Melli, the national team of Iran. Make sure you find us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You know the handle, @Team Melli Talk. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Hit that notification button. See you on the next edition of Team Melli Talk.